Hi there, tarot lovers. So, our card of the day, which is, what are we on, the 11th? Oh, this is November, getting serious. And look what we have, my goodness. So this is the Ace of Cups reversed. Now, I was really looking at this card and I realized, wow, there's such a deeper lesson for today. And maybe a deeper lesson for this month as well. So, the imagery of the Ace of Cups is the hand of the divine hand coming out of the cloud and offering this cup with this with the Holy Spirit being delivered by the dove into the cup, and it overflowing into the pool of collective consciousness with these droplets, or what they're actually called as yods. They refer this divine energy which is flowing all over the place, and this is upside down. In order to really understand this, we really need to understand what cups are inside of us, and this is a great opportunity to make a definition of cups for us. So cups relate to our emotions. So this is the flow of your feeling body, your subconscious, your astral self, your inner hidden watery nature. And we most relate to this with our emotions. So what really is this gift of emotions? What is the feeling story as a gift? What is that all about? So we've got this physical body which we very much own, and we see that this suit represents the consciousness of emotions, which is not necessarily just physical, relates to our physical body for sure, but is not a physical story. And the vibration or the energy of emotions is something that is shared and flows in us and out of us, and we get really affected by emotional vibrations in a space or in by other people that we feel around us. So people will have an emotion, they'll express it, and it will exude this vibration out into their field, and we'll see it and feel it, and we'll feel that and we'll sense it. The sensitivity which comes through our feeling body is part of what this gift is. Our ability to sense our environment, our ability to pick up on something more subtle than just the physical things we might be seeing, hearing, and touching. But this is a different type of touching. It's a different type of communication. It's a different type of feeling. It's the empathy that we might feel when we feel we know how somebody is, even though they might not be showing it. It's the empathy and the sensitivity when we pick up on the vibes of a place or a person, and we don't really understand why, but we are sensitive to that vibrational, invisible energy around us. The sensitivity of some people is quite strong, and their empathy is quite powerful, to the point where they are very much sponges to their environment, and they pick up in very strong ways different people's energy and the energy of a place, and they don't know how to put a boundary or a filter or a barrier to what they're picking up. They just absorb it like a child in a very sponge-like way, and they need protecting. And this could be one reason why we have a negative relationship to the cup, or we want to say no to this cup, because we might be oversensitive, and we might not really understand how to put our boundaries properly so that we can choose what to absorb, or we can choose how something gets absorbed, or how we actually take in the energy of the emotional vibrations that surround us. The real gift of the cups is so that we can feel more connected to life. So with our physical body, in order to feel connected, we really need to get up and touch somebody, and that's super powerful when we can do that. And that's a level of intimacy and touch and connection that we also love a lot. But we can touch people without actually physically touching them if we have this sensitivity open and then this empathy. And this is kind of a gift. The gift of emotions and the gift of feelings is to see that our personal energy, which we identify with very strongly, can actually be felt and communicated and have an interaction with the world around us without us having to physical touch. And it shows us, it teaches us that we are more connected than we actually normally are aware of. Where it teaches us and shows us that we are connected to life around us. We can feel a dog, we can feel the energy of a plant, we can sense all of this with our sensitivity and our heightened empathy. We can become a little bit psychic in this way. These are abilities related to our sensitive emotions. The biggest and the most important one of this is love. And we have this very twisted version of love in our head, that it's something that I'm going to feel sometimes when I'm feeling safe enough, and I'm going to give it to you and you can give it to me back, right? Love isn't really something that we own or we give to something. It's the recognition of connection that we actually have with the universe. That's what love is, at least to me. It's only my version, but you can take it or leave it. It's recognizing, oh my God, I'm connected to you. You are one with me. I love you, you know? Oh, look at this chocolate cake. Oh, we're so connected. Oh, and I love you, you know? It's something that we open up these barriers that we normally place upon life, and we let life in. And we decide, I want to let you in to my deepest sense of self that I have, and that's because I love you, and I'm going to open up and feel vulnerable to you. There's something here where we're saying no to this. There's something where we're maybe attached to the idea of a little version of love that where it's like, oh, well, I'll love you, but only if you love me back, or I'll love you, but only if you do this, 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 and if you do any of that, well, forget it. You're not having any of my love, you know. God's love is supposed to be this universal love that is, you know, all forgiving or all embracing. What it really is, it's the energy of connection that is in the universe that we can tap into and feel connected to the universe through. And we'll say, I love you. It's really, we're saying, I'm feeling the connection that you are me and I am you and we are one. And hey, that's love, this sensitive message. That's the emotional message. That's the gift of God that we are maybe not realizing is on offer for us. And we maybe have a twisted relationship with our emotions. And so we don't feel that open. We don't feel safe enough to open up and be vulnerable and allow somebody to feel like they are us. And we're just too judgmental in our heads to say, oh God, no, I'm not that. That's not me. How could I love that? That's so not me. When usually when we're triggered this way, it's usually exactly you. And this is another excuse. Our emotions can teach us where we are connected. Even the negative emotions will teach us our connection to life on the outside. And so we might ignore things, we might walk away and run away, but you know, we'll have this, I got this feeling that I'm walking away with because I'm triggered by that. Why? Because that is you. You are that. We are one big whole story. This is the message of love. This is the message of God and our emotional bodies. And there's some way or another that we're closed off, that we're not really feeling safe, that we have this twisted idea of what love really is. And we really, you know, we really are challenged when this card comes up, and I feel challenged at the moment to question, hey, what really is love to me then? You know, am I open to love? Am I open to feel one with this world around me? Is that what I really want? Do I want to feel one? Oh, yeah, to this, yeah, but to that, no. And we do have to have boundaries, but understand that the boundaries that we are placing on life are so that we can open up safely, little by little, you know, so that we can protect our, you know, the poor little me, the child inside that needs protecting. We can say no to things that we need to say no to, and we can, and that will allow us to open up to life more and more, to the point where somewhere down the line we're going to feel kind of in love with all of life, even the shitty parts of it, as we learn to embrace our own darkness more and more. We can love more and more that darkness and feel compassion to that darkness on the outside. It doesn't mean that we need to go out there and be a part of it. It doesn't mean that we need to run in there and love everything that is dark in the world. No, that's not it. It's just that Our journey towards universal love is a gradual step-by-step process where we need to open ourselves up little by little and more and more and more, and embracing more and more of our darkness will allow us to embrace more of life, but is not something that we need to force ourselves onto, and it's not something that we need to be pushed towards. It's something that we need to create when we actually love ourselves more. And this is the biggest relationship that we're ever going to be having, is us with us. All the others in the outside world are only going to reflect that back to us, because that's what the energy of emotion teaches us. It teaches us that all of this that we are is flowing out into the world, touching it. Everything that the world is flowing into us and touching us, and we're all affecting and influencing each other in very dynamic and vibrational ways, and we don't even see it, but we do feel it if we're open to feel. So it's a challenge. How can I make myself safe enough to be open to feel more? Good meditation for you today. I hope you have a wonderful one, and lots of love for you all.